Hello, it's Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am back with another video tutorial, and this time I am going to be showing you how I make this cute little oval tote. And I'm using the Eastern Palace Designer Series paper, and also I'm using this little embellishment here with it that I'm going to be using the Eastern Beauty stamp set to make, and I'll show you how I did that too. But look at this, it's got an oval bottom. See, how did I do that? Well, let me show you how. It's so easy. Okay, and I will show you as soon as I'm back. So to start with, you're going to need a sheet of Designer Series paper that measures 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. Okay, and what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored scoring tool, and I am just going to make a couple of score lines. Let's see, can you see that? All right. And they're just going to be 3/8 of an inch on both sides. On the short side of the paper, okay? 3/8 of an inch on both sides. Make sure this is even here, okay? And turn it around. Okay. Yeah, now you definitely want to score with a bigger ball, because with Designer Series paper you can score it with a smaller ball, but sometimes it rips when I do the burnishing. So maybe I just have a heavy hand, I don't know. Anyway, so I am just going to go ahead and fold this way. Okay, I should have probably scored it the other way, but that's okay. We're going to be taping these down. All right. Now I'm just going to use just regular snail adhesive to tape these down. All right. Because that's going to be the trim on the edge, okay? And then I'm going to try to curl it just a little bit with my hands, just to kind of break some of the fibers up on the bottom so that it's not so hard to put it together. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to take a piece of a cardstock that measures about 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I'm going to be cutting one of these large ovals from the Layering Oval Framelits dies, and you want to pick the largest one of the scalloped ovals, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 5th to the largest. I believe that would be this one here. Okay, so in other words, from the smallest you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. You're going to take number 5. I've got them numbered with a little bit of a marker on the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to center this the best I can, and then I'm going to draw a circle on the inside with a pencil. Okay? Now, you're not going to see this pencil line at all, so don't worry about it. Just kind of draw it the best you can. Okay. See my pencil line right there? Okay. And now I'm going to put that away, and then I'm going to take my paper snips, and I will fast forward, but what you need to do is you need to cut off every other scallop in a V shape up to the pencil line. Okay? So that's one here, and there we go, there's another one. So every other scallop you want to cut just up to that pencil line in a V shape. And don't worry about being perfect, because nobody's going to see this, but you definitely want to have a little bit of room for these to fold up and not have any bulk or additional folds that will get in the way of the designer series paper, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So fast forwarding from here. So here I have my oval all trimmed down. Now you can kind of see why I use that scalloped oval, because those little scallops kind of gave me a way to space things out just right. So now I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet, and I'm going to bring in my my stylus from my Simply Scored scoring tool, and on the small end here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the pencil line, kind of giving me a score line to fold upward, okay? And I know I'm kind of scoring it backwards, but I don't want that pencil line to show, and I can't see the pencil line from the other side, so I'm just going to go ahead and just score it on this side, but I will be folding these up. Okay, and just give it a kind of a crisp line all around, and then you can fold them all upward. Oh, actually I'm folding them the wrong way. I want to fold them this way. Okay, well, you could fold them the other way if you don't mind that little pencil line on the that you made. It really doesn't matter which way you fold them. I'm folding them this way so that I don't see that pencil line. And now I've got my oval bottom made, okay? And now with this piece here, what I'm going to do, it's not difficult at all, is I'm going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to put the tear and tape on the edge of the bottom. It doesn't really matter which is the bottom or the top, but I'm going to go ahead and put some tear and tape all along the edge of this bottom here. Just try to get it as close to the edge as you can. There you go. Okay. And then on this side here, I'm going to put on the outside a piece of tear and tape close to this edge here. As close to the edge as you can, okay? Now I'm not going to remove this one just yet, but I am going to remove this one from the bottom here. If I can get my fingernail underneath it, okay? And what I want to do is I don't want to start right at a crease here. I don't want to start between one of the scallops. I want to go right on top of one of the scallops, kind of in the middle, and right at the edge, I want to start taping every one of them, and just kind of press as you go. And I kind of just like to do 2 at a time. And what I do is I kind of like to fold them with my finger right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I can fold it up, make sure that it's even on the bottom, folding these up underneath, and just take your time doing this, because you kind of want it to be perfectly even on the bottom, or the best you can. There's nothing perfect about paper crafting, so, and you'll probably have the hardest time around these curves, but just take your time. It'll work out great. All right, and I'm kind of pressing as I go so that it doesn't come unglued. Okay, and just trying to be as neat as I can, doing 1 or 2 at a time of those little flaps. Okay, let's fold these over. Let's switch hands here. Almost there. Okay, now I'm ready to take this tape off here because I'm coming in for the landing here. All right. And now I want to tape that. And I want to make sure that it's even on the top here. So before you tape those last few, just make sure you've got it even on the top. And, whoop, do I have it even on the top? Kind of, but it's a little crooked on the bottom. So before I tape that down, I'm going to make sure. Okay. I'm making it look a lot harder than it really is. We want to make sure that this is even on the top here. Okay. And on the bottom here. Okay. Now this is going to be the back, so don't worry that it doesn't match up perfectly. But you want to just kind of take your, like the end of your paper piercing tool, and kind of go and give it a burnish on the inside. Okay. Now the reason I'm not taking my bone folder on the inside is because I don't want to accidentally peel it up. Okay. Okay. So there we have it. We have our oval bottom tote. And now let's put the handles on it. Now what I did for the handles is from the Flourishing, it's called the Flourishing Thinlit dies. I just cut out 2 of these strips for the handles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some brads to hold these handles in. And I do want some of that decoration to show on the outside. So what I need to do is kind of measure where I'm going to put the brads. So let me grab my pencil and let me grab my ruler. Okay. And I'm going to kind of squeeze this. And I don't really want to go more than an inch in. I'm going to try to squeeze it so that it's, you know, kind of centered here. And I'm kind of eyeballing it too, but I'm going to go ahead and put my my hole right there. And on the other side too, I'm going to just eyeball it. Okay, about right there. And then I'm going to take my hole punch, and this is my I think this is the 16th inch hole punch. It's not a Stampin' Up! Hole punch. I've had this in my arsenal for a while, and it does a pretty good job. If it stops working, I'll go ahead and get the Stampin' Up! One. But as you can see, now I need to take that hole and punch it through the other side. But I'm trying not to bend this too much because I want this bag to stay oval. Okay, so let me just, I'm putting the hole through the hole I already made. Okay, and now let's shape that bag back up. All right, and now I'm going to take some brads, and I'm going to take this brad, and now if you notice on these, when you cut these out, there's like a side that's kind of got a rough edge. You want the smooth edge to stay on the outside. And you kind of need a brad big enough to go through these holes here. So those little tiny brads aren't going to work here. So I'm going to push this through here and open up my brad. Okay. Now I just got these brads at Michael's. I'm sure Joann's and Hobby Lobby sell them too. All right, and now I'm going to bring this one over here, and I'm going to put another brad through here. Okay, and open that up. Make sure that it's turned the right way. Okay, so there's one handle, and then we'll do the same on the other side. I'm going to take the brad. Let me look at my paper here. I'm taking the brad, and I'm going to poke it through that hole I made and open it up, and then take my other brad and grab this, poking it through my hole. Okay, opening it up. Okay, and so now I've got 2 little handles for my tote bag. Isn't that cute? Okay, now let's make the design on this side, on the top side. You can put a flower, or any kind of embellishment, a sentiment if you want. But today I'm going to go ahead and use my template that I showed you the last time that I did a video. I showed you this template that I'm going to be giving away to my customers who purchase from me during the month of, well, actually, if you purchased from me in May, I'm going from May 12th through June 12th, and you'll get a free template from me. And I was going to try to do some more tutorials so you can see how wonderful this template is. So what I've done with this template is I've temporarily adhered it down to my my grid paper, and I used just some temporary adhesive, nothing too strong. This is the stuff from it's called Scotch Repositionable. You can get this at any office supply store. And so now I'm going to take an oval, I'm going to take a round circle, and you'll get some of these in your kit. When I send you out the kit, you'll get 6 vanilla, very vanilla, and 6 whisper white. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and mark my 4 ends here. All right, and then I'm going to take this out. Now see, I didn't poke that little V on here, but that's okay. I'll do that later. Now I'm going to be using a stamp from, oh, where is it? I have it attached here. I'm going to be using a stamp from the Eastern Beauty stamp set. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to line this up. Now the reason I chose my grid paper instead of my stamp positioning tool is because I can see those black lines better, and I can see where I'm centering this perfectly on, you know, on this grid paper. And then I'm going to take my big block here and my Stampin'Up. Okay, let's see if that block's going to work. No, I'm going to take my biggest block here and my Stampin'Up, and then I'm going to pick that up. Okay, and now I'm going to put my oval. This is a very vanilla, I'm not oval, my circle. This is the very vanilla circle, just regular, very vanilla. And I'm going to use the Dapper Denim that's in here to make my little medallion on the medallion flower, you would call that. Let's see, where's my Dapper Denim? Here it is, right here. I'm just going to use one of these small ink spots that I filled with Dapper Denim re-inker, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap this all along. Try to be neat. You can definitely use your large pad if you want to. I just find that it's a little bit easier for me to use the smaller pads. Okay, let me put my Stampin'Up back in the corner here. All right, and now I'm going to stamp it down. Okay. Oops. There it is. Now I'm going to turn this, matching up my my lines that I made on the very vanilla to the lines that kind of coordinate here. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let me re-ink this again. I saw another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator do this freehand. She was so good. I'm thinking I couldn't do that. I would definitely need my template in order to do this right and line this up right. Okay, so is that right? Nope, that's not right. I need to pick this back up. Where's my... Okay. I need to do it this way here. Okay. Because I lined it up this way. Now line that up here. And we're lining this up here. Okay. And there we have our little flower here. Now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this flower out. I will definitely do a speed fast forward on this, so you don't have to watch me painstakingly cutting this out. And actually, it doesn't really take that long. See, that wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, now I'm going to take a glue dot, a mini glue dot, and I'm going to place this mini glue dot on the back so that I can stick this in the center of the front, like right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of my, these are called the Falling in Love embellishments. Now you're going to find these, I'm not sure if it's in the clearance rack, but these are retiring at the end of May, and you can get them. They're on sale right now. Okay, they're called Falling in Love embellishments. And so I'm going to take another glue dot and put it right here because I want this to go right in the center here. Okay, and like I say, you can put a sentiment on here if you want to. There we go. But I think that just looks so pretty, that little sparkle there. Okay, and so you can put a whole bunch of stuff in here. I think what I might do is just kind of fill it with treats. I got these little Skittles packages here. You can definitely maybe stick a couple of small candles in here. I mean, whatever you want. It's quite a large bag for it being just 3 inches. It's 3 inches by 2 3/4. Okay, I mean, it's 3 inches tall, but it's 2 3/4 this way, and it is about an inch and a half this way. Okay, so what do you think? Isn't this pretty? Oh, I just absolutely love this bag, and I hope that you'll try this. If you need any of the supplies that I used, this Eastern Palace, this is Eastern Palace Designer Series paper, but you can use any Designer Series paper you want. And of course, you can even use washi tape on the top and the bottom and just shorten it to 3 inches if you do that. Okay? So what do you think? Tell me what you think. If you like my video, if I've taught you something, please give me a thumbs up. And if you need any supplies, just go to my website at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. I'd be happy to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. And don't forget to get in on the template here. I'll give it away to you free. It's very, very useful. Okay, and because I know that there are a lot of demonstrators that will watch this video, I just wanted to let you know that yes, I do have this template available in my Etsy store, and the link will be in the description of this video. So once again, I'm Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.